All right. So good morning. Good morning. I'm always excited to teach Kundalini. I love Kundalini. It there's something about it. It's just so inclusive and it brings me to places in my own mind and my own body that I forgot needed attention. And it seems like when I start working with a particular meditation or a kriya, all of a sudden the universe aligns and my world starts to reflect whatever it is I'm working on. And so I get extra help, right? Things will come up, people will pop up. I'll come across an old letter in a box that I haven't looked at forever that triggers the emotions that I'm trying to work on. So it's almost like as soon as I consciously move my awareness to the practice to a particular area, the universe immediately lets me know, affirms to me, yes, this needs some work. This needs some work. So we're going to do a little bit. Hi, Becky. We're going to do a little bit of house cleaning today. And, I've been thinking about that. Like we've been teaching, a lot of us have been teaching about how important it is now more than ever, rather than trying to force change from the outside, force change on other people, to really start with the inside, to really start clearing out those places inside of us that are not reflecting the way that we want the world to reflect back to us. And so this Kriya that we're going to do today is a beautiful Kriya for just that. It's called house cleaning. And it's all about the mental and the emotional house cleaning, moving those spaces inside of us that are tough. There is a saying in Kundalini, and it's poke, provoke, and uplift, right? And it talks about as a teacher and also as a student, moving amongst community, that we need to poke at the things that we might not want to look at, and we need to provoke the energy of those to come up so that they can be released. And then when that's released, we're in a position where we can uplift ourselves and others. Right. So that's what we're going to do today. Sound like fun, guys? So let's tune in. Jen's going, no. But it is. It's good. It's good to make that space and to be able to breathe. And we're going to do it in a very light, playful way. So close your eyes, bring your palms together, rub those hands together, reminding you of that spark inside of you. And then bring them to stillness at your heart center. We're going to begin with Om Namo, Gurudev Namo, the Adi mantra, calling upon that amazing inner wisdom, connecting to the wisdom of the ages. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Pause and feel, allowing that vibration to move through you. And we'll move now into our next mantra, Ad Gare Name. Do it as a celestial communication. Meditation is going to be Ad Gare Name at your heart center, Jugad Gare Name, third eye, Sat Gare Name, opening your heart to the universe, and then Siri Guru Deve Name, bringing that universal love back to your own heart. We'll do that 3 times. Ad Gare Name, Jugad Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugad Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name. Jugad Gure Name. Sad Gure Name. Siri Guru Deve Name. Pause and let everything settle. Allowing every cell of your body to drink in that energy of protection and peace. Take a deep, deep breath in. Bring your prayer up overhead. Hold that breath. Squeeze the pelvic floor, the navel center up, applying root lock, Mula Bandha. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your hands out wide and around, acknowledging the essence of you, that energy that surrounds you. And then as your fingers touch the earth, pausing to acknowledge that love and support that we receive every day from the Divine Mother below. And then bringing your hands onto your knees, just begin to do nice wide hip circles. We're going to be seated for most of the practice, so you want to get a little bit of alignment in your seat, really starting to move that energy around. Starting off slowly and then maybe spinning a little bit quicker. This movement is actually one of my favorite standalone meditations to Snatam Kaur's Hallelujah chant. When we spin like this, we just begin to mesmerize, to hypnotize ourselves into that state of connection with our inner being. Because when we align with that energy inside of us, when we align with the truth of who we are, that inner being, that divinity, then anything that's not like it, anything that stands in the way of our showing up in the world as that is highlighted, right? We get to look and see, like, oh, that needs to move. Oh, I want to work on that. Ooh, maybe next year for that one, right? This human experience, there's always something. And it's all part of the experience, right? If we didn't have this stuff to work on, if we didn't have this stuff to be highlighted, we wouldn't be in this human body. It's the whole point. Next time you come forward, pause and begin to move in the other direction. So, a lot of the way that we can move through the world today is, like I said earlier, not so much by fighting and pushing against that which we don't want. Because when we do that, we engage in the energy of that which we don't want, right? That's like law of attraction 101. What you put your focus on grows. But what we can do is surrender to it. And surrender doesn't mean give up. Surrender means stop fighting, right? It means pause, take a step back. And then all of a sudden, this information on how to do something a different way, what needs to clear, all that stuff comes to the forefront. Come to stillness, slide those hands now down to your shins, begin spinal flexes. Inhaling forward, exhaling back, waking that spine up. Again, starting out nice and slow and then increasing your pace as you feel ready. I think a lot about the whole 12-step model. And it's kind of based upon that. The first thing you do is you give up the fight. You stop trying to control it. You stop trying to change the way that you interact with it. You just walk away from it for a moment, right? And then you start to develop a connection with something greater than yourself, something that's kind and caring, the universe, love, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is for you. And then from that place, you kind of take a look at what inside of you needs to change, and you talk about that, and you move through the shadows of that, and you bring those shadows into the light. And then from that place, you're able to affect change in the world, right? Because when we try to move forward and affect change in the world from the same mindset that dove into the issue, into the problem, there's no new information there. There's no room for things to move and change and shift. But when you start to dive in and really take a look and confront those things inside of yourself, when I do that for myself, then there's such movement and possibility, and there's so much newness, so much excitement to this amazing, crazy human experience. Go a little faster now. And then as you come to stillness, you're going to roll over your knees into tabletop, hands and knees. And do a couple of cat cows here. Think about when I do house cleaning in my house. The thought of it is daunting. I hate it, right? But then after when I'm done, when I cleaned out that closet and all of a sudden everything's in order and I can see things and I can move the stuff that I don't need anymore out of the house and I can make space, it feels so good. It's the same thing when we start to clear that inner space. We do that inner house cleaning. As you come back to center here, you're going to curl your toes, raise your hips up to the sky, come into downward facing dog, and then walk your feet towards your hands in a nice slow meditation. Feel the sensation of your blood reversing direction as you give your heart a break. You let yourself hang in Uttanasana. And then very slowly bend your knees a bit and rise all the way up to stand. And we're going to, as I said, we're going to be sitting for a bit. So I just wanted you for a moment to get on your feet and move a little bit. So why don't you just start to kind of sway your hips around and move your arms around and just kind of bring movement to your body in whatever way feels organically good to you. It could be gentle, it could be quick. Just organically get that energy moving. To me, there is nothing that feels as good as giving my body, my mind, my breath, my voice permission to do whatever feels right in the moment. Like there's so much power when we align with this present moment. Everything we need to accomplish whatever it is we desire in this moment is right here, right now. I miss it a lot because my body's here, my breath is here, my mind is 2 years ago or next week or tomorrow or making a grocery list often, figuring out a recipe, thinking about those veggie burgers for dinner tonight. Hard to reel it back in sometimes, this mind of mine. All right, come back to stillness and then just pause, feel, notice, let everything settle back down. And inhale up, arms overhead, dive down to the mat, bend your knees, plant your hands, step one foot back and then the other. Come down to your knees. and make your way to a seat. And get nice and comfortable here because we're going to be here for a little bit. And this Kriya moves fairly quickly from one exercise to the next. So you're going to start off with an alternate nostril breath. So you're going to take your left hand, place it on your left knee. Your palm can be down or up. Grounding is down, receiving is up. So see what you feel like today. And if you put your palm up and there's a mudra, or even if your palm is down, there's a mudra that strikes you, that calls to you, use that mudra. Right, you're going to take your right hand, you're going to use your thumb to close off your right nostril, your forefinger to close off your left. And it's going to be a quick breath of fire. So it's going to be, not breath of fire, sorry, alternate nostril breath. So it's going to be in through the left, out through the right. Little twisting motion with your hand. Make sense? All right, go for it. Right, so closing off the right, inhaling, closing off the left, exhaling. Right inhale, left exhale. You guys got it. I should have told you I have a tissue nearby. Sorry. Close your eyes, really get into that breath. You want to go at a pace that's rhythmic, but I don't want it to be breath of fire. Be like a nice slow breath of fire. So this exercise brings the pituitary gland under the command of the pineal gland. Pineal gland is associated with the crown chakra, so it's the connection to the divine. It's the lightest energy in our physical body, and it connects directly with the heavens, with the ethers, with whatever it is that animates us. And so that begins to command the pituitary gland, which is the place of our intuition, right? Our seeing beyond this physical plane, our ability to connect with things that may not be as they seem in human reality, seeing beyond what looks like the obvious problem or the obvious issue. What a beautiful place to dive into, right? Talk about a place of possibility. Talk about a way to affect change. When someone walks into a situation and they can see the situation from a whole different perspective than those people who have been battling about the situation for so long, when a whole new perspective enters, all of a sudden there's a whole different energy. All of a sudden there's this dissipation of hostility or anger, and there's this little hint of, wait, maybe there is another way. I can't tell you how many times I've experienced that in my personal relationships. And thank God, because who wants to be at battling all the time, right? For so long, I battled with myself, I battled with friends, I battled with family, battled with my beliefs. Time to lay down arms and really start to do a gentle turning in. All those solutions, they're inside of us, they're there. 30 more seconds. For the last 20, go at a nice quick pace. Bring it into a breath of fire. Unless you have a heavy menstrual cycle or you're pregnant, then just keep it at the same rhythm you've been at. Take a deep inhale. Drop that right hand down to your knee. Hold that breath in. Squeeze it up. Exhale. Stick your tongue out as far as it can go and begin inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. Again, if you are pregnant or if you have a heavy menstrual cycle, make it a much gentler inhale and exhale through that tongue. Otherwise, it's like a breath of fire, a dog panting breath. This exercise cleans out your entire central nervous system, allows toxins to rise up and out. You might start to taste a metallic taste on your tongue as your body begins to detoxify itself. Little things that we can do, right, to help our body begin to clear and cleanse, and be and breathe. Take a deep inhale, bring that tongue back in, hold the breath in. Exhale. And just pause for one moment, feel. Bring your hands to your heart center. Your eyes can remain closed. You're going to inhale and exhale. And then just let your breath be rather natural as you begin to pump your navel. So it's not breath of fire. Your breath is just going to be whatever it is as you just pump your navel up and down. You can even find a rhythm of holding the breath while you pump and then taking a quick sip of air and holding it again. Get your pelvic floor involved here. This stimulates all of the lower glands. It's really good for your circulatory system. Let your navel center, your pelvic floor relax. Bring your breath to its natural rhythm. Let your hands float down to your lap, eyes closed. Let the energy circulate. Notice the gentle movement inside of you as the energy that you are directing consciously into your body begins to do its magic. Notice the places that have sensation, maybe noticing some places where the sensation changes. Noticing your posture. Are you slouching down? Let your spine be nice and long and the rest of your body relaxed around it. Just breathe and feel. And then opening your eyes, you're going to bring your fingers into Venus Mudra. So you're going to interweave your fingers. So for women, the left thumb is on top. Okay. And you're going to bring that up to your eyes. Open those thumbs now. And you're going to just begin to breathe. First, breathe a few nice, long, deep breaths. And then I'm going to ask you to do something really silly. You're going to begin to just jump your thumbs up and down and see if you can move your big toes up and down as you jump your thumbs. Eyes closed, holding this mudra in front of your eyes. Thumbs just jump up and down. Big toes jump up and down. Just finding a rhythm here, not forcing anything, being light about it. Don't get tense around it. This pulls the energy from the sciatic, distributes that energy. In Kundalini Yoga, they say that this exercise begins to move the garbage that's accumulated inside of you, the ama, right? This sludge, this spiritual, mental, emotional, sometimes physical sludge that develops in our body when things that are toxic don't move through and out when our elimination isn't working properly. And not only the physical elimination, but when our minds hold on to things that don't serve us, right? When our breath is not long and deep enough. Almost there. As you move through this, see if you can just develop a rhythm. And as always in Kundalini Yoga, if you need to take a break, take a break. Don't let your mind take a break, though. Make sure that in your mind you're still doing whatever it is you're doing, even when your body takes a little bit of a break. Another 30 seconds here. This exercise is said to bring total harmony to every aspect of you. It's a lot of harmony, right? Mind, body, spirit, all of it. Take a deep inhale. Keep those fingers together, but pull apart as if you're trying to pull them apart. Squeeze your pelvic floor up, hold that breath. Exhale, release your hands down. And then you're just going to begin an 8-stroke breath through your nose. So you're going to inhale for 8 strokes. Exhale for 8 strokes. So begin, and in your mind, imagine with each stroke moving up the chakras, right? Root chakra, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. The 8 is the auric field. And just bring your mind to your chakra system. It's this beautiful energy system that runs along the spine. If you're not familiar with it, the root chakra, right at the sacrum and down. The second chakra, space below your navel. The third, right above the solar plexus. Fourth is the heart. Fifth is the throat. Sixth is the third eye. Seventh is the crown. And eighth is the energy around you. I'm going to do this for just another 30 seconds or so. This exercise brings all 3 of your nervous systems into balance and harmony. Your automatic, your parasympathetic, and your sympathetic nervous systems. And when they dance together, then life begins to feel much more filled with ease and grace. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Take your arms out in front of you. You're going to take your thumb into the fleshy part underneath the pinky. Close your hands over it like a fist. You're going to bring your right arm all the way back like you were pulling on a bow. Inhale and then exhale. Bring the right forward, left back, and just keep going. Inhaling and exhaling. Starting off slowly. And then I'll give you cues on when we're going to increase the speed. Eyes closed. You can focus up at the third eye or allow your closed gaze to be relaxed. Be very conscious of the breath moving with your hands. Keep your arms nice and tense. In your mind, begin to chant Sa Ta Nama to yourself as you move, consciously releasing anything inside of you that rises up. Sa Ta Nama. This exercise begins to get the anger out from the area of your heart. Anything that has been covered up, right? That thought of, how can I be mad at this person? They're sick or they're this or they're that. How could I be mad at them? It's not a matter of how can I be mad at them. Be mad at them if you're mad at them. Don't hold that energy in, but it's how you approach them with that anger? Do they even need to know that the anger is there? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And is there a way to do it in a way that you feel like you're speaking from your truth and your kindness and your compassion? Sometimes it's just a matter of acknowledging I'm pissed off, even though my mind tells me I shouldn't be because of this, this, and this. Letting that anger out. Begin to go faster now. 30 seconds faster. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. The instructions here are get angry, get mad. Think of something very stupid and get mad. Something really stupid that somebody did, get mad. Go a little faster. Get angry, hit hard. Every part of your body moving. Let yourself get angry. Give yourself permission to feel every feeling that rises up through this human experience. Feeling it doesn't make you it. Feeling angry doesn't make you an angry person. Acting like an angry person, lashing out at people, that makes you an angry person. Feeling anger does not make you an angry person. Pull both arms back, 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 back. Open your heart, palms facing forward. A deep breath and exhale. Another deep breath. Exhale, relax everything down and just feel. From here, bring your arms out overhead to a V. And you're going to bring your hands together as if you were going to clap. They're actually going to touch, but you're not going to clap. No, so nice and gently, and then back out to the V and together and out, eyes closed. So nice and controlled so that clap does not occur, but a touching of those palms overhead. No bend in your elbows. If you were clearing all of that energy that is standing in the way of clear communication from that antenna, that crown chakra. It's like changing your water filter. All of a sudden, the water flows so freely through it, right? Making that space. Allowing that information to move through the crown chakra, reminding us that we all are really one with everything, every living thing. Each of us is human. Each of us has a soul. Each of us has a heart and feelings. Even those people that don't agree with you, with me, the center of them is this beautiful heart. And we're connected to that heart. They are us and we are them. And there is no us and them. For the next 30 seconds, go as fast as you can without clapping. Inhale your arms up. Let your palms come together. Exhale to your heart. If you want to shake those arms out a bit, do that. And come back to that heart. And pause. Inhale your arms forward, thumbs up, fingers stretched out. Exhale, bring your hands towards your heart, thumbs extended, and you're just going to continue that way. Kind of swinging at the elbows, opening the gate to your heart. Nice gentle pace, breath moves with the movement. This is an exercise to allow the release of grief, deep-seated grief that we hold from something that happened yesterday, last year, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. in the womb, in past life, all of that grief, giving it permission to emerge. It's interesting how our bodies and our psyche protects us and gives us what we can handle, right? In increments that we can handle. And there's some stuff I'm just finding out, even for myself. I've been doing some body work, and what's been coming up is some grief from a very, very, very long time ago that I was sure I had dealt with. And every time I have some kind of grief, I usually connect it to my daughter because, that wasn't so long ago and it's my daughter. And so by being distracted by that, by assuming that I was missing some very deep-seated grief from other things from many years ago. And it was painful to allow it to come up, but I was so grateful that this person kind of poked and provoked and allowed me to confront that. Right? It came up, it was ugly for a few minutes, and then it became light. The last 30 seconds, nice and fast. Just don't hit yourself. Let the breath move, let the body move. Inhale those arms out, heart forward. As you exhale, give yourself a huge hug. And release your hands down to your knees. So the next couple of exercises are going to be done with your eyes closed, and it's going to take a little bit of coordination. It's going to feel maybe a little strange, but you're going to take your right hand over the crown of your head, your left hand in front of your eyes, and you're going to move the hands away and then forward, away and then forward, eyes closed. So you're going to coordinate the movement. The crown moves up, the eyes move away and then back. Really let yourself move inside as we move through these next few exercises. Just noticing what happens as your hands move, noticing the energy, maybe noticing emotions, thoughts that come up. During the whole sequence, you touch nothing. You just move through the ethers around you, which isn't touching nothing because the ethers are something. And then as you come to stillness, right where you began, move your right hand in front of your brow, your left hand in front of your throat. And again, begin the same thing. Move them out and in simultaneously. Let your breath become rhythmic. Let the movement become rhythmic. Mesmerize yourself. Come to stillness where you began. Move your right hand in front of the throat, left hand in front of the heart. Begin that same movement. Out and in, out and in. As if you were pumping your own heart, as if you were breathing yourself. Come back to where you started, keeping your eyes closed. Just begin to stretch and move your body in any way that feels good. Stretch your arms out and down and up. Let your body dance a little bit. Stretching, moving. And then come to stillness. Bring the right hand in front of the heart, left hand in front of the navel, eyes still closed. And you're going to begin again that pumping. And what happens here is the hands, for some reason, tend to want to move toward each other. Don't let them. Don't let them touch. So right hand in front of the heart, left in front of the navel center, pumping front, forward and back, forward and back. Bring the breath with it. Be nice and fast. Cleansing your being. Pumping your chakra energy. Consciously dancing with the divine in an effort to bring yourself back into perfect alignment, perfect harmony. When you're in perfect harmony inside in your own energy, it doesn't matter what goes on outside. And in fact, what goes on outside is affected by that balance, by that harmony. One more minute, go nice and fast. Almost there. Bring your hands to stillness and let them come up as if you were taking a pledge, both palms facing forward. Open your eyes. And we're going to start to chant Had Hare Hari Wahe Guru. And you're going to move your fingers as you do in Kirtan Kriya. So it's going to be Had Hare Hari Wahe Guru. Had Hare Hari Wahe Guru. So the first time you're going to stop in the middle, the second time, so it's not going to be full, it's not going to be the 8 count that we're used to for Satanama. So you're doing it right if you're not, even if you're not starting at the Gyan Mudra each time. Get it? Good? All right. Close your eyes. Begin. Had Hare Hari Wahe Guru. 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 Had Hare Hari Waheguru. Har Hare Hari. Waheguru. Har Hare Hari. Waheguru. Har Hare Hari. Waheguru. Har Hare Hari. Waheguru. Deep breath. Stretch the fingers. Exhale your palms to your heart. Pause there. Just feel for a moment. And then relax your hands down into your lap. Palms are up, right palm, right the back of the right hand rests in the left palm. With that rest in your lap, close your eyes. Silent meditation. As you meditate here, allow that mantra to still vibrate. Feel it vibrating, crown chakra, Shushara. Allow the energy to move down to the third eye, Ajna. Feel it vibrating at the throat, Vishuddha. Down to the heart, Anahata. Allow your focus to remain at the vibration of the heart. Let all tension go. Relax deeply. Sleepless sleep, it's called, like a state of yoga nidra. Let the world go. From here, slowly make your way into baby pose or child's pose. I'm going to play a little bit of music that I hope you can hear. Let yourself relax fully.
Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru.
You can either stay right here or make your way onto your back.
Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai. Ardas Pai, Amardas Guru, Amardas Guru, Ardas Pai. Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Ramdas Guru, Sachi Sai.
Wherever you are, slowly begin to deepen your breath. If you're in child's pose, slowly walk yourself up to a seat. If you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. Rock yourself from side to side and gently come up. Relax, an easy sitting pose, palms up on your knees. Meditate for another minute. Really taking in the full effects of this house cleaning. Perhaps embracing the idea of space created and the possibility of filling that space with the essence of what it is that you desire to see in this world. To truly be the love that we want to see, to be the peace that we want to see, the understanding, compassion, whatever it is for you, be that. Feel that, begin to fill that space. Inhale your palms together, heart center. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together with a long Sat Nam. Deep, deep inhale. Sa. Nam. Sliding your thumbs to the space between your brow, dropping your chin into your own radiant heart. Be love, believe, be true to you. Sat Nam, everyone.